Hey guys, so just doing an updated video here of the new ARLEC GRiD CONNECT Smart Home Sensor Kit. This is available now from Bunnings Warehouse in Australia for $80. It includes a hub, a motion sensor, a temperature sensor and a contact sensor. So I'll just give you a quick look here. We've got the, comes with a bit of a quick start guide with a bit of information in there. Kind of goes through how the system works, the specs for each one of the devices, goes through how to set up the hub and what the hub has, how to pair that to the GRiD CONNECT app, goes through a bit of a troubleshooting guide there as well, also goes through pairing of the motion sensor. Then goes on to talk about pairing the humidity and temperature sensor. And then also about pairing and connecting the contact sensor there as well. It does have a bit of a disclaimer at the end here in relation to the coverage of the Bluetooth for the unit. So this hub here actually is a Wi-Fi hub back to the router, but then between the hub and the individual sensors is via Bluetooth. There is a disclaimer in here that talks about the fact that from the hub to the sensors is about 10 meters, and essentially what it says is that if you're having issues with coverage due to doors, windows and things you typically find at a house, to move the hub closer to the sensor or to buy an additional hub. The advice that I've got from ARLEC today says that typically in a normal house you would need one, maximum 2 hubs. So I'm hoping that's the case in my house. I've got a 2-story house which is quite large. So I'm hoping I'm not in a situation where I would need to have multiple hubs, because if that's the case then I'll just stick with my Philips Hue system, which is a little bit more expensive, but obviously if you're buying a hub for every room then this system would obviously be more expensive than Philips Hue. So I'm just going to go through these items here. So we've got the hub itself, we've got the temperature sensor there, we've also got the contact sensor and we've got the movement sensor. Also included in the pack is a couple of fixing bits and pieces for the motion sensor, as well as a couple of batteries that go in the motion sensor as well. In addition to that, you've got a little USB-C cable, which is the power supply for the hub. Interestingly though, I guess trying to keep the cost down, there is no actual power adapter for that, it's just a cable only, so you'll have to find your own source of power, whether that be out of a USB or using an old iPhone power adapter or something like that. So I'm just going to take you through and have a bit of a look at each one of these items. So if we have a look at the actual hub itself, so ARLEC GRiD CONNECT, it's got a couple of indicators up there for Wi-Fi and for Bluetooth. Also on the front here we've got a power button there, as well as the, sorry I'll correct that, it's not a USB-C, it's a mini USB plug for the power there. Nothing else on the other sides, and then just a couple of soft feet on the bottom there with some conformity details from ARLEC. Now, as you'll probably already be aware, the Philips Hue motion sensors actually have the daylight sensor built in, and also the temperature sensor. ARLEC have actually got this little temperature and humidity sensor that is sold separately. So I guess it's just a bit different. It's not necessarily good or bad. You've got a bit of a sensor on the side there, screw on the bottom there for replacement of the batteries. And that would appear to be a power button there on top, and information on the back there. I'm going to just move on to the contact sensor now. So the example that they give in the instructions for this is in relation to using it on a window. So I guess what they're saying with this one is that you'd be able to use the small side here as the contact on the frame side, and then that would obviously then make contact with that one there, which you can see it's got a bit of a magnetic pull to it, kind of snaps in. Yep, bit of a click, and that's the receiver side there. So the sensor itself, again, it's got a screw there for replacing the batteries. They do come with batteries, so you just got to pull the tag there out. Again, it's got the pairing button on the side. And then just the motion sensor. So the motion sensor is probably the thing that I was really interested in. I've got a couple of Grid Connect lights around the house that I've used. In particular, Grid Connect, I believe, are the first to come out with making a fluorescent tube that's smart. And it's not the whole frame, it's actually just a tube itself that you can buy. I think they were, by memory, around $28 per tube. But because I had those Grid Connect fluoros, I really wanted to get a sensor to run those. So I've got them currently in my bathroom and also in the garage. So Grid Connect motion sensor here. As I've mentioned in one of my other videos, it's very, very similar to the Philips Hue motion sensor. Basically identical size and very, very similar design. Again, got the screw there for replacing the batteries. It's got the hook on the back here, which is for using that mounting plate that I referred to before with the mounting screws. And we'll see how that goes. So I guess my biggest thing that I want to find out with this is how the range works from the hub to the sensors, and what sort of a distance I'm going to be able to get from the hub to the sensors. Sorry, my auto lights have gone off in the house. I'll just get them going again. Got them back again. And just really quickly to finish off, I'll just give you a look in my bathroom where I've actually got some of the Grid Connect fluoro tubes installed. So I'll just bring you in here. So I've got my Google up on the wall there. Hey Google, turn on the light. So I've got there the Grid Connect fluoro tubes, which are currently connected up and running off my Google Home there. All right, so look, I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll let you know how I go with setting up this new Grid Connect home sensor smarter kit. If you've got any questions, please put in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do to find out some information for you.